Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank one of my subscribers, JG, for this article. And it's of no surprise. And actually, this was happening long before the pandemic hit the entire earth. The marriages were down, not only in the US, but worldwide. Marriages down. People are not getting married like they used to. And America has never been one of those places that promoted marriage and family. America promotes heavily careers and making money. Okay. That's what has been heavily promoted in this country forever now. So nobody should be shocked that marriages are down if nobody is encouraged to do it. And plus, you've made everything so unaffordable out here. People don't want to get married and then buy these houses that are just the mortgages are outrageous on them, and then for the rest of their life they're struggling to pay a mortgage on a home they can barely afford. People don't want that no more. And you already knew the birth rate was low in America. So if the birth rate is low, yeah, you're not having, and that's because there's not a lot of people marrying and procreating like they were years ago. This is America's reality. So this came out in the Wall Street Journal, April 29th, 2020. US rate plunges to lowest level on record. I mean, you're just not going to encourage too many people to get married, especially during a pandemic. Okay, at a time when people are social distancing. Nah, you know what I mean? This is not the time when people are getting married, and nobody should be shocked. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. The share of Americans getting married has fallen to its lowest level on record, according to government figures released Wednesday that reflect how economic insecurity and changing norms are eroding the institution. The US marriage rate fell 6% in 2018, with 6.5 new unions formed out of 1,000 people, according to a report by the National Center for Health Statistics. That was the lowest rate since the federal government began keeping data in 1867, said Sally Curtin. Okay. Millennials are in peak marriage years. Since their 20s and 30s, it is still dropping, Ms. Curtin says. This is historic. The new report shows how marriage rates plunged near the start of the Great Depression in the 1930s, then rebounded sharply after World War II, hitting a high rate of 16.4 marriages per 1,000 people in 1946. The marriage rate began a near steady decline in 1982 and lasted until 2009, then remained near flat before inching upward in 2014, Ms. Curtin said. There was no clear reason for the sharp marriage decline in 2018. Many Americans are opting to form households without tying the knot, and strained finances have been a top reason. In recent years, much of the marriage decline has come for middle earners and those with only a high school education. Declining religious adherence and growing acceptance of unmarried cohabitation have also played a role. Yeah, and there's a lot of people in this country that call themselves married, and actually they're not married at all. I know several people that do that. They'll tell you they're married, but they didn't legally make their relationship a marriage. They're just living together. A lot of people are doing that. Just over half of American adults with living with a spouse in 2019, down from about 7 in 10 in 1970. Census figures show about 7% live with a partner last year, up from less than 1% in 1970. The fallout from COVID 19 is likely to further discourage marriage in the near term since financial insecurity, coupled with travel and social gathering restrictions, are okay. So, those are deterrents to many people right now. And I understand. Shoot, you thought you were in a financial bind before COVID 19 hit? Woo, now that we are in the midst of it, it is going to cripple a lot of people. And money is another big factor on why many marriages will fail. You know, um, I've seen that too, where when the money problems hit hard, the relationships, just go down the drain. A lot of couples split over money. A lot of it is the economy and the extent to which COVID has a lasting effect on the economy, and it might affect family formation, Ms. Curtin said. The outbreak could also create pent up matrimonial demand that results in a burst of marriages once American rebounds socially and economically. Yeah, well, I tell you what, the divorce rate is definitely going up. I did see the data out on that. Marriage is correlated with the positive health outcome, longevity, and economic security. A recent government report showed that age adjusted death rates are lowest for those who were married when they died. So, the economic impact of COVID 19 will also take toll on families and marriages, just like it did in 2008. There were a lot of people that divorced around that time when we were in the Great Recession. So these things will occur. It is part of life, unfortunately. But y'all, please tell me what you think that marriage has plunged down to its lowest level on record in America. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.